Good day, I'm Axelwayne and welcome back for some more Wamp Paladin control stuff, Blackrock Mountain style with dragons and everything. This deck actually looks to be doing somewhat okay. I lost the first game, though it was also just due to the fact that I didn't feel like I had a good hand and he had 2 7/9s on the board by turn 5. Not something you can deal with a normal day. And we're against another Warlock, probably again a Zulok. I'm just going to say that I probably should keep this one. But these two should probably go away due to the fact that I need something that is cheaper. But this is probably cheap enough to do. Oh, this could be interesting. You can probably lure out some kind of wasteful AoE because of these Must of Battles. But maybe I should have kept actually that 6/4 Drake. Oh, Zombie Chow. Well, that is better than my hero power, so obviously we're going to do that. Yeah, I like it. It didn't look like we had a good opening hand, but if we're just going to top deck what we wanted to play anyway, it's okay. It's still a turn 1 play on a turn 2, but it's okay. Okay, this gang boss though is going to be a little bit of a trouble. I don't want it to equality yet. I'm just going to muster for battle really and hope for either getting a solemn vigil or something else. So let's end our turn. We can equality next turn, though that feels like it's very early, especially against some kind of a Zulok. He's going to have a lot of stuff that he's going to dump down on the board, so an equality this early is probably going to be awful. I mean, I have said earlier already that I have not played that much Paladin, but this is only 1 card out of 30. It's probably going to be played somewhat greedy compared to anything else. So we can go for a true silver champion and then we can kill everything else in here. Could also go in with both of these, spawning 2 more imps. I'm just going to be conservative. I guess that is probably the wrong term to use, but I'm just going to try and be safe and make sure that we still have didn't spawn as many of these damn imps on the board, so that he doesn't have any demon that he can buff or something like that. Just should he have something like what is it called, Demon Wrath? Whatever. The +2/+2 or +5/+5. Though on this turn he can only do the +2/+2 should he want to. Hellfire, okay, that seems a little bit desperate to be honest. Yes, it gets healed, but why would you want to do that? I'm just going to play more stuff. So yes, we were a little bit desperate in our place, but him using a Hellfire looks way more desperate than me actually using a true silver champion on that. Oh, so true silver champion in and trade looks like a great idea. Yes, wonderful. And trade in here. And why not Muster for Battle? He has already used his Hellfire. He's probably not going to have a second one. Mainly Zuloks. I think if you're going to go for the more control focused thing, you would I think you would only have 1 Hellfire. Should it, just in the case that it goes wrong for you, so that you can go for a second attempt. Oh, he has a lot of damn stuff in here. Very interesting. Well, we could go for an equality now and then trade in. We could also just Elder Peacekeeper and keep pressuring his face. But he's actually seemingly to get in a pretty good position. He has actually some okayish answers. Though you don't see the Dreadful that often, it's still a good answer for what we had. Blackhand is not going to do anything. So it's really the question is if we're going to equality for that. Not thinking it's worth it. Still think we would probably want to wait for that, so I'm just going to do this. So he now can kill 6 of my 1/1s, but I'm just going to keep pressuring. I don't see any reason not to do so. So we can go for a really Cro-Magus next turn. I don't think he's able to kill it in any way. Not even with something like a Power Overwhelming or something. Nah, I don't think so. He could go for a Power Overwhelming on this and then a Doomguard, but that seems a little bit desperate too. For just killing Cro-Magus. Especially since he is going to discard this bigger hand, or on such a big hand, he's probably going to have some kind of good cards in there. Thaurissan. Interesting. See, now this... I'm just going to go for a black hand here. But he is going to forgo... He is a so just one times Thaurissan is just going to be more than enough for him. But let's go for this. And let's trade actually, and go for pace again. Wonderful. I still feel very much safe in here. And if we should actually already use some removal on black hand, then we just have all of these wonderful things ready. Probably should go for either Nefarian or Chromaggus next turn just to play on curve. Maybe I can also play on curve with Thaurissan. Depends though what can I use the last 3 mana for. Either a Dude, that doesn't seem like the best. Though Emperor Thaurissan for these two? Nah, I don't think so. Probably should want to wait for a little bit later. Oh, interesting. Well, we have so much good stuff. If we had Chromaggus earlier, we had 2 Ysaros. That would have been just awful for him. But in some ways, wonderful for us. So let's just actually get through here. I don't see... Blackhand has already done his job, so I don't see any problem with trading this way. And he's still alive, so if he wants a Mortal Coil, I'm more than fine with that. So... Chromaggus, just to get some... Yeah, let's actually... He could go for Twisting Nether, maybe. I don't think so. He seems to have... He's very much board control focused, but I do not think that he would have something as bad a card as Twisting Nether. Everything else he has had in this deck already has been arguably good cards, so this deck looks good. Not something that is meta-ish, or is part of the meta, but certainly a well-constructed deck in some way.
I have no time for games.
There's Sylvanas. We should have some kind of ability to trade or to get a silence, but we do not get it. Well, let's go in and trade this. If we're going to trade in this way, right? We could actually just trade in for our own Chromaggus. He has already given us 2 Dragon Concerts, so that is more than enough for me. And should he get my 3-1, then I'm just going to be happy. Yes, cool. Yes, he can trade, but he's going to... This is better trading for me. And let's get Thaurissan out, I think. Or Dragon... Nah, if we go for a Dragon Concert, we can buffer us for a second. Nah, let's go for this. Looks better. Because he cannot go for kill both Chromaggus and Thaurissan, except if he goes for a Power Overwhelming. But already now we have a wonderful hand that is already ramped up in some way. I mean, 2 from Nefarian, for example. Yeah, we can play a Dragon Concert and Nefarian the same turn. And then Dragon Concert and Ysera at the same time. Perfect. And now we can equality in and kill that Chromaggus. Oh, he's not going to do anything. Oh. That's why. Well, we have equality still. Doing exactly what we need. And a Zombie Chow ×2. Not exactly what I was looking for. But equality still does the job. And done with that. Let's go. Problem is we probably have to go with everything in here, so sadly we don't get more out of this stuff. I could obviously trade, but if I did that and just played something else this turn, nah. It's okay. It has done enough for us to actually play both Ysera and something else this turn. And Zombie Chows is still going to be big enough of a minion that we can actually make all of as a big enough of a minion to actually still be a threat. And he's only at 28, so these things are just going to be fine. It's obviously going to trade them as the very first thing, but trading in, playing Ysera, and then playing the Drake or the Solemn Vigil, the 6/4 Drake or the Solemn Vigil is just going to be more than fine. Nerubian Egg, cool. So trade in, trade. Yes, cool. I like that. And what else is the question? Nothing. Well, that is probably going to stink. I mean, this is pretty much free by now. So, Ysera is something I would rather want. Dragon Consort for free Volcanic Drake. Oh dear god, this damn. I'm really feeling sorry for this guy. This is gotta be feeling terrible. He's trying to hang on. Except for a Twisting Never, nothing can actually deal with any of this. Yeah. Except for a Twisting Never, he's pretty much dead by now. Arcane Golem, he can try to rush me down. That could... Oh, can he actually kill me? Oh dear. He's... Well played. Well, you don't need board control if you can just kill it. That is awesome. So that is also why he had so many interesting board control focused cards. We didn't see any card draw, mainly just because he had this hero power, but he was actually a Miracle Warlock. Awesome. We're just going to run into one awesome guy, an interesting person after the other. Really like this one we're having right now. And we were in a good position. If it wasn't because that he was playing something as weird as that, the only thing that could have saved him would be a Twisting Nether, and no one plays Twisting Nether, so awesome for him to actually have a combo that would win him the game. I really like that.
You asked for it.
Awesome. That was so cool. Okay, so well, we have a Drake. We would have a Drake with this Ysera, but I think we should actually just... We have a turn 2 and 3 play, or turn 1 play with the coin, but we still then need another turn 2 play, or turn 1 play in some way. Maybe if he doesn't play anything turn 1, we may want to just do nothing and keep the coin. So they can get 2 silver champion out 1 turn early on turn 3 instead of playing Master of Battle. Yeah, I like that. Except for the fact that we actually got Volcanic Drake, so... If we go for Shielded Minibot... Problem is, Shielded Minibot is going to be able to... just getting killed. But then we get Master of Battle and kill that. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's going to trade out somewhat okay. That's fine, I guess. If he's going to use his whole turn now to just kill the Shielded Minibot, he's only going to be able to play something like a Snow Chugger. On the other hand, the Snow Chugger is going to shut me down with all of my weapons, so I have to hope for all of these things doing some hard work here. But the equality is going to make that easily enough happen, so since especially it's just going to be able to only kill 1 Silverhand recruit, or all of them. Okay. We are still alive. So if we go for an equality now, and then for 1-1, kill his 5-1. Problem is we are not going to be able to... We could also go for the Snow Chugger so that we can actually use our weapon again. Something that I would actually probably should have done to get the Snow Chugger killed. But then I would accept more damage. Something that I don't really want to do against something like a Mech Mage. So I think being shut down from using my weapon in a longer time is better than anything else. You can coin Volcanic... Oh dear, come on. And I don't want to Hungry Dragon now, because that is actually just going to be awful for me. So I'm just going to Volcanic Drake, so that he has to trade in the Snow Chugger. It's not perfect, but it's something. Yes, he's doing at least what I want him to do. But we have taken quite a lot of beating. Yes, we're only at 20, but still. We've still taken quite a lot of beating here. So let's get a 1-1 out of the board, kill the 2-2. Yes, it was from the portal, but still, that is a pretty nasty thing, especially for a Mech Mage. I don't want him to snowball in any way. Also, you can see the fact that we have had some kind of trouble with the fact that he has card advantage. And he still very much does. Okay. We could go in here and trade. Could also go in here and then consecrate. And actually deal with his whole board that way. Nah. Do I like that? I don't think so. I think it's better with a Hungry Dragon.
You shall not pass.
Yes, okay, cool. And then this one. Perfect. We have big minions on the board. He cannot really deal with them. And this 0-4 is doing nothing. This is most perfect thing you could do. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why the Shield Bearer has been removed from the Zulok in most decks. Except for the few Zuloks who still play with the very first iteration of it. You don't see any Shield Bearers anymore. And he uses a Polymorph on that. That's pretty damn good. We have when Blackhand, should you go for any shenanigans with Antonidas. We're in a awesome, great position here. So if we go for this, and yes, using a weapon on it is obviously not the best, but we do on the other hand also get a healing, so it's something. It's something. But where was I? Yes, the Shield Bearer, but the thing why was removed was because it didn't have any sort of attack value, so it didn't do anything. It was just for keeping your opponent away from you. That wouldn't do anything, really. So, because of that, but Zulok players chose to actually remove it, which is something I like. Let's go for 1-1 to maximize the targets for these boombots. And go for that. Okay. He's probably going to be able to kill Blackhand. Because I'm obviously going to be very unlucky. Oh, yes, he's still not alive. But we can IMB goal that. Now, actually, that we should probably not IMB goal it. Though we would then, on the other hand, get... we would then be ahead in some way. Yeah. I guess so. If we... Elder Peacekeeper. OLED. And...
That was a mistake.
I said I was awful at Paladin. Also, that was the wrong order too, so it did do two mistakes. First, I silenced after the Peacekeeper, meaning that I would have to kill my Zombie Chow. Second of all, I killed my Zombie Chow as the very first thing, following it up with actually doing the consecration. So the Zombie Chow. Actually, that was the right order. There's no, that was perfectly fine. So let's get something out on the board that actually is threatening. And yeah, that is something I like. The Flame Cannon especially. Let's see if we can back into this thing. I mean, I know how to play mage, so if we can just be a mage for a little while, this may help us in some way. Okay. Well, we could also just Arcane Explosion and Consecrate. I don't see... We could also Arcane Explosion, Flame Cannon, and then... Yeah. That seems... That's not the best use of those cards, but I keep the Consecrate, which is something that I... more like. I do like more to keep the Consecrate than to keep the Arcane Explosion. Yeah. So Ysera next turn. He probably doesn't have any answers for Ysera after being able to deal with whatever I have on the board now. He can Flame Strike it, but then he cannot deal with Ysera in any way. And Antonidas, though, would also be able to do a lot of damage, though. Yeah, there's a Flame Strike. Well, Ysera is going to be somewhat safe now. He has already used one Polymorph, so I'm going to actually, I think, keep the Ysera away, hoping to actually see if I can get another Polymorph out of him before I play Ysera. If he doesn't have any answers for this, we might be able to get something like a Fireball out of him. Or a Polymorph. Cool, so I think Ysera is actually more safe this turn than last turn. So let's do this turn and another turn. Cool. Nothing, sister. Awesome. Not the best thing, but still a 3-5 of 3. Ragnaros. Yeah, I think we are actually have been using all our stuff this time that we actually in somewhat of trouble, and at least we in some ways get Ragnaros to do what we want, but we're pretty much dead in some ways. And I should have gone for Dragon Consort first. But the only thing that can actually save me right now is if Ragnaros is going to be so kind to actually kill something like my Hungry Dragon or my 1-1. Ysera Awakens cannot be played at this point. So yeah, I have really misplayed this thing heavily. Or massively, whatever you want to say. Yes, okay. I'm still not completely certain on... Yeah, okay, so we cannot actually deal with Ragnaros, damn it, damn you. Oh, that's also some way to do it. We may still, we still have a lot of targets for Ragnaros. We may still get back into this, though. We've been doing this awful play with all of this paladin stuff that I'm not so sure if we actually are able to get back into this in some way. Okay, secret. And killing me 1-1s, making it a 50-50 again. Oh, actually, he's just going to try and kill me immediately. And he does so. 3 times in a row, hitting me in the face. And Jean not really on my side, but I should also be punished for that because I played it this badly. Oh well. But already we are at the end of the video and after 22 minutes, so it's feeling a little bit like I have had some bad opening hands, and like I'm still not used to playing Paladin. That seems to be my main issues with this deck until now. Mainly the fact that I'm not playing Paladin that much, so I still am not able to really go for any conclusion. I'm really reluctant to do anything at least negative for this, mainly because of the fact that this deck should be good and I should be just awful at this. So yeah, thank you for watching. See ya.